Good morning, yogis, and welcome to this vinyasa class. Set your intention for your practice. And then let's start with the neck. Tilt your head towards the left and place your right hand on the ground, stretching gently out the right side of your body. Then change sides, tilting the head in the opposite direction, fingertips down, and gently press the head down towards the shoulder. Interlace your fingers, place them behind your neck, bring your chin in towards the chest, bring your shoulders down, and gently put a pressure onto the back of your neck to help that stretch as well. Engage your core. And stretch your right arm across, left arm bends and presses the arm towards the back to stretch out the shoulder. Changing sides. Bring your right hand in between your shoulder blades, left hand on top of the elbow, and gently bring that arm behind your head. And changing sides here as well. Come around into a tabletop position, hands just underneath your shoulders and knees hip-width apart. Let's begin with a lower belly warm-up. So inhale, drop the belly down. Exhale, draw the lower abdomen in towards the back of the body, contract the pelvic muscle as well. Exhale, release. Inhale, stay there. Exhale, obviously draw the belly in, engage the pelvic muscle. Keep your upper body still, just focus on the pelvis. Let me try that one again. Inhaling, of course, dropping the belly. Exhaling, drawing the lower abdomen in and pelvic floor. And you might even hold that, suspending the breath for a few moments. And I would say take about 4 or 5 of these. One last one where you're really engaging quite firmly, maybe holding for 5 breaths or 5 counts, and then release, starting naturally the more classical cat-cows, opening the chest, rounding the spine, as well as lengthening the tailbone and lifting the tailbone. Listen to the rhythm of your breath. Take one more nice and long. And stretch your right leg out behind you, bend the knee and gently open the hip, just to make a few circles with the knee there. Nice and slow. Gently opening the hip, going in one direction, and then obviously in the opposite direction as well. Left leg stretches out, bend the knee, open the hip, and make those circles there as well. It's always really nice and good for the body to begin with. Gently do chest and hip opening movements before you begin your more dynamic part of the practice. Ending this part here on the hands and knees with a melted heart pose. And then slide all the way into a child's pose. Bring your knees together, hands by the sides of your feet. Round the spine, lengthen the tailbone. Just breathe into the whole back of your body for a few moments, getting ready to be ready to practice. And finally, stretching your arms towards the front of your mat. Spread the fingers wide, press the whole hand down. On an inhale, come up on hands and knees. And on an exhale, tuck your toes, press your knees away and hips up into downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, bend the knee and open the hip like we did on all fours, but just stay still this time, stretching the leg up, 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 opening the side of the body. Coming back to downward dog, just changing legs. Stretch it out, nice. Back into downward facing dog. Take your right hand, reach towards the left leg. Grab a hold coming from the outside and twist yourself out underneath your left arm. Strong left arm on the ground. Lengthen the spine, lift the tailbone. And changing sides. Right hand comes back, left arm reaches towards the right leg. Back into downward dog, and then just walk your way up towards the top of your mat. Inhaling, flattening the back, looking forward. Exhaling, gently folding forward. Grab a hold of your elbows and sway your arms gently from side to side a couple of times. Breathing into the back of your legs, soft knees. Now, place your left hand somewhere in front of the right foot and begin to stretch your right arm up. Gently open the chest, twist gently up, keeping the tailbone lifted up to lengthening the spine. Taking a couple of breaths there and then placing the right hand in front of the left foot, stretching the left arm up, taking the same kind of twisted position up here. Coming back down again, grabbing a hold of your ankles, bring your elbows behind your knees, rounding the spine a little bit, maybe bend your knees quite a lot to do so, then go a little bit deeper down than you actually need. Take a deep inhale in through the nose and sigh it out as you straighten your legs. And release. Roll your spine up all the way up to stand. Once fully stretched up, inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, fingertips touching. Exhale, lean to the right, push your hips to the left. Inhaling back to center, exhaling, going in the opposite direction. Inhaling back to center, exhale, twist to the right. Inhaling back to center, exhale, twist to the left. Inhaling center, exhaling, hands behind your tailbone, interlace the fingers, reach your arms, open the chest, and on an exhalation, fold forward, let your arms reach towards the front of your mat. Move your head a couple of times from side to side, releasing the neck. Gently, gently release your hands down to the ground. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, rise. Come all the way up to stand. Bring your hands as far back as feels okay for you. And then on an exhalation, change the grip. Coming back behind the tailbone, interlace. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. And then we'll start all over again. So hands down in front of you. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, rise. Come all the way back up to stand. Reaching the arms far back behind you. As you exhale, you release the grip. Bring the hands behind the tailbone again, straightening the arms, open, and exhale, fold forward. One more time, interlace the fingers, inhale, rise, come all the way up to stand, reach those arms nice and long. On an exhalation, changing the grip. Inhaling, opening, exhaling, folding forward. Roll the spine up, all the way up to stand. Feet together, toes touching, heels a little bit apart. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, look to your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward all the way down, bring the forehead down towards your knees. Inhale, flatten your back and look forward. And on the exhalation, step your right foot back. Bring the knee to the ground, lift your chest, lift your arms up, lower your hip, open the heart, look up, inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground, and step back, downward facing dog. Starting nice and gently. Inhaling, coming forward to a plank position. Exhale, knees, chest and chin to the ground. Inhale here. And then exhale, slide down, lay down on your belly. Inhale for Bhujangasana Cobra pose. Exhaling, lowering down, and then find downward dog again. Remember that you can keep this kind of vinyasa all through the practice. Step your right foot forward. Lower the left knee to the ground. Lift your chest, let your arms reach up, lower your hip, open the heart, take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, hands to the ground and bring your left foot forward. Inhale, flat back, exhale, fold. Inhaling, coming up, reach your arms up towards the sky, look up, and then straight away, exhale, fold all the way down to the ground again. Inhaling, flattening the back, looking forward. Exhale, step the left foot back, knee to the ground. And this time lift your chest, but bring your hands behind you instead. Interlace the fingers, drop your head back, take a nice deep inhale there. And exhaling, hands to the ground, finding downward dog. Once again, we'll take the more gentle variations. Inhaling, come forward to a plank. Exhaling, knees, chest and chin to the ground. Stay there, inhale. Exhale, slide down on your belly. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhaling, finding downward facing dog again. Step your left foot forward, lower the right knee to the ground. Lift, hands behind you, interlace the fingers, reach away, open your heart, inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground, step forward, folding forward. Inhaling, flattening your back, exhaling, folding forward. Inhale, rise, come all the way up to stand, fingertips touching. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, twist your torso to the right, hips facing forward. Inhaling center. Exhaling, twist your torso to the left. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling, hands behind your tailbone. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, drop, lift your head. Exhale, fold, arms reaching forward. Nice. Release and grab a hold of your ankles, elbows behind your knees, lower down, inhaling, exhaling, straightening the legs. Roll the spine up all the way up to stand, Samastitihi. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward all the way down. Inhale, flattening the back, looking forward. Exhale, bend your knees and step or jump if you want to. Come back into plank and maybe this time lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Look over the right shoulder, let the left hip sink down. Back to center, look over the left shoulder, right hip sinks down. Back to center and then into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths in downward facing dog, stretching out the spine. Lift the tailbone, think happy dog wagging its tail. We usually stay for the first rounds at least up to 5 breaths, up to you. And bend your knees, look in between your hands and step or hop if you want to, come to the top of your mat. Inhaling flat back, exhaling, folding. Inhale, rise, come all the way up to stand, exhaling into Samastitihi. Let's do that again. Inhaling, arms up, look to your thumbs. Exhaling, folding forward all the way down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend your knees and step or hop. Come back for plank. Low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, or continue with the gentler variations. Inhaling, upward dog or cobra pose. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Lift your heels. Bend your knees just a little bit and press your chest back towards your thighs. Drop your head, lift the tailbone, engage the muscles in your pelvic floor and lower abdomen. Take a deep inhale in. And then straighten your legs and exhale through your mouth. And bend your knees, look in between your hands, step or hop, come to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, come all the way up to stand. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhaling, Samastitihi. Bend your knees for Utkatasana or chair pose. Look up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, straighten your legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop. Come back. Take your vinyasa, lower down, knees or low plank. Upward dog or cobra pose. And then downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, flatten the left foot to the ground, come up for warrior one, Virabhadrasana, Ye or A. Maybe look forward, maybe look up, sink deeply into the front knee, pressing into the back foot, rounding your back foot or the outer edge of the back foot. On your next exhalation, hands to the ground, step back, vinyasa, lower down, inhaling, opening the chest, exhaling, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, right foot flattens, rise. Warrior one. Exhale, hands to the ground, step back. Finish your exhalation on the knees or in low plank. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Come back to your breath, come back to the muscle in the pelvic floor. Bend your knees, look in between your hands, step or hop, come to the top. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair pose, reach your arms up, look towards your thumbs, take an inhale. Exhale, straighten your legs and hands down. Interlace your fingers behind your tailbone and take a chair pose this way. So from there, bend your knees, look up, reach your arms away, take an inhale. Exhale, fold forward, arms reaching forward. And release your hands down to the ground, inhaling, flatten the back. Exhale, bend your knees and step or hop, come back again for plank. Choose your vinyasa, lower down. Open the heart any way that feels best for you. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Right foot forward, left foot flatten. Once again, we'll come into warrior one. We won't hold it this time though. We'll just stay there for an inhalation. As we exhale, hands to the heart. Lean forward, coming into warrior three, so a balancing position. Square up your hips and then see if maybe you can bring your hands behind your tailbone, interlace the fingers and reach your arms away. Nice and tall. Lower abdomen engaged. Vinyasa. Lower down. Inhaling, upward dog or cobra pose. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward for warrior one. Coming up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Come forward for warrior three. Interlace your fingers, reach your arms away. Vinyasa. Hands down, step back, lower down. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, bring your knee towards your chest, shoulders over your hands, round your spine. Hold it there for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, press the foot up again. Exhale, step the foot in between your hands. Come back into warrior one. Let's continue with our sequence that we've begun. Inhaling warrior one, exhale, hands to the heart. Come forward for warrior three. Take a breath in warrior three. And then bring your hands to the ground, standing split. So just see if you can lift the back leg up, 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 and begin to tilt your upper body a little bit further down. Bend into the right knee. Bring the left leg back, left foot back, straightening the front leg. Hands on each side of left hand down on the ground, right arm reaches up towards the sky, square up your hip. Now, you can also place the left hand on the outside of the right foot. Nice long, tall spine for the revolved triangle pose. And step into downward facing dog. Through vinyasa or not, up to you. Left leg reaches up. Exhale, knee to the chest, shoulders over your hands, rounding the spine. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, press the foot up again. And step the foot in between your hands. Flatten the right foot, come back into our sequence, reaching your arms up, taking an inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart, come forward for Warrior 3. Take a breath in Warrior 3, hands to the ground. Going for a gentle standing split, just a breath there or so. Bend the left knee, bring the right foot to the back, coming back for our revolved triangle pose. So straighten the leg, place the hand, right? So you can frame your foot first. You can place the hand on the inside or outside of the foot, and you can stretch your left arm up, lengthening the spine. And then choose to find downward facing dog or come to plank, low plank. Upward dog on an inhalation, and downward dog on an exhalation. Inhale, flat back. Bend your knees, reach your arms up towards the sky, inhaling, exhaling, hands down, straight legs, back into Samastitihi. Bring your feet almost as wide apart as your mat, turn your toes out, reach your arms up, inhale, exhale, sink down into Malasana or yogic squat position. And place your hands on the ground, reach your right arm up towards the sky, look up. Choose to stay exactly this way to just open your chest, or place the hand onto the sacrum and roll your shoulder open. And if you've got very long arms, the left arm can also wrap around the left leg, and we can take a bind. Up to you. Taking maybe 3, 4, or even 5 breaths up to each and one of you. And come back to center and do the same on the other side. Left arm reaches up. Stay there or bring the hand to the sacrum, rolling the shoulder open, or take a bind here as well. Maybe 3 breaths, maybe 4. And release, hands to the ground, lift your hips, walk your feet back in again. Inhale, flat back, exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, exhale, bend your knee, step or hop, come back for plank, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, knee to the chest, shoulders over your hands, round your spine. 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, press the foot up again. Stay there, bend the knee and open the hip. Nice long breath. Straight leg, and step the foot in between your hands. Coming back into our Warrior 1, like we started out. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Come forward for Warrior 3 again. Take a breath, hands to the ground and into that standing split. Bend your right knee, bring the left foot to the back, and find the revolved triangle pose again. Then bring that hand down. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, flatten your back. Exhale, fold over the right leg instead. Taking a couple of breaths here. Inhale, flat back. And then we'll take a variation of a side plank. So depending on what feels best to you, lift the back heel, turn around, and maybe keep your right foot on the ground. Both feet have the toes pointing in the same direction. Lift the hip, lift the arm up, look up. Stay there, or take it a little bit stronger by placing the right foot on top of the left and also reaching the arm up And then maybe even look up, engage your glutes, engage your core, hold it there for another 3 breaths. And come back, turn the back foot around, flatten, rise into Virabhadrasana B or Warrior 2. On your next exhalation, step back into plank and lower down Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up, take an inhale. Exhale, knee to the chest, shoulders over your hands, round the spine. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, press the foot up again. Bend the knee, open the hip. Straight leg, step the foot in between your hands, find Warrior 1. Inhale, Warrior 1. Exhale, hands to the heart, come forward. Warrior 3. Take a breath. Hands to the ground, lift up. 1 breath, and then once again come back and take the revolved triangle pose. Both hands down. Inhaling. Exhaling, folding gently over the leg. And then we'll take that side plank pose again. So remember, you have the option of keeping the left foot on the ground and just standing, let's say, in plank on the right, or step the left foot on top of the right. Take a few more breaths, and then finally bring the left foot forward, turn the right foot around, and come all the way up into Warrior 2. Vinyasa, hands to the ground, step back for plank, lower down. Finish the exhalation in low plank, inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look in between your hands, step or hop, come to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back, exhale, fold. Bend your knees for chair pose. Reach your arms up towards the sky, look up, inhaling. Exhale, straighten your legs and hands down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flatten your back. Look up. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump, come back, lower down. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Bring your knees to the ground or jump through to sitting if you prefer. Cross your ankles and come around to sitting this way. Stretching your legs out in front of you for Dandasana. So, sitting up straight in staff pose, flexing your feet, draw the muscles up towards the belly from the legs and lengthen your spine. Hands down by the sides of your hips. Don't lean into your hands. Press the hands down to lengthen the spine, and all the muscles around the core are being used. Chin gently pulled in for 5 nice and long breaths. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, look forward. Staying here as well for 5 long breaths, engaging just as much. Inhaling, reaching a little bit higher. Exhaling, folding forward. Paschimottanasana. Long spine. Trying to seek more a lengthening of the spine, then a folding forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, sit up. Now, place your hands somewhere behind you. Two options here. Option one, a little bit gentler. Place your feet on the ground, a reversed tabletop position. You will then lift your hips up, trying to keep your hips and your shoulders on the same level. Head drops back. Or if you want to make it a little bit stronger, keep your legs straight. And then lift your hips up once again, like a reversed plank basically. Pressing your toes into the ground, drop your head back, holding it for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Come back sitting. Beautiful. Once again, press your hands down, lengthen into staff pose, taking a couple of breaths there. Inhaling, reaching the arms up, but then exhaling, folding forward straight away. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, sit up. All right. Bring your knees up towards your chest, feet off the ground, cross your ankles. Chest close to the knees, knees close together as well. And try to straighten out your spine, press your hands out in front of you as if to push into a wall for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Come back sitting into a cross-legged position. Place your hands behind you and just lift your chest to rest after that. And then come back. All right. Next option. Once again, bring your knees up, but this time bring your shins parallel to the ground. Arms, either hands holding behind the knees, which is a little bit lighter, or stretch your arms along the sides of your shins. Open the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and cross your ankles. Come back sitting. This time, lift the hips up, knees to the ground, press your chest up. Taking a couple of breaths here as well. And come back seated. All right, come back into the position. Lift your feet. Stay there. Or straighten your legs, full Navasana. Holding that one also for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. And then Ardha Navasana, half one. So lower down without anything touching the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up again. 3, 2, and 1. Lower back down again. 3, 2, and 1. And then back up, holding for 1. Lowering down for 2, coming back up for 3, lowering back down for 4, coming back up for 5, lowering back down for 6, coming back out for 7, lowering back down, sitting down. Lift up again. Nice. Bring your feet to the ground, hold your knees. And lay down on your back for a bridge pose. Lift your hips up, interlace your fingers on your mat, walk the shoulders in, press the knees towards one another, and then the hips up towards the sky as much as you can. Gently lower down, bring the knees to the chest. And take a nice last forward fold after these core and opening of chest and hip. I'd say stay for 5 or even 10 breaths here. Now let's take an inversion to end our practice. So lay down on your back. Bring your knees back up to the chest. And then stretch your legs up towards the sky. Lift your hips off the ground, hands to the hips, pointing the toes up, elbows in behind your back. You can stay here for 5 breaths, which is what we'll do today. But when you're doing this on your own, you can obviously stay for much longer. Bring your knees down towards your forehead. Stay that way, or stretch your legs out towards the back if that's in your practice. Maybe even bringing the feet down to the ground. And then slowly begin the journey back again. So slowly bring your body back to the ground. Lift your hips when you're down. Place your hands underneath your buttocks. Stretch your legs. Open the heart. Elbows to the ground. Drop the head back. Fish pose, Matsyasana. Once again, take about 5 breaths, but you can take many more when you're doing this on your own and you have more time maybe as well. And release. We'll end with a twist. Bring the knees to the chest. Neutralize your spine. Then hold the right knee to the chest. Let the left leg stretch out, and then roll the right knee down to the left. Stretch your right arm out, turn your head towards the right. And from here, begin to more find a relaxing feeling. Softening, beginning to prepare for complete relaxation, which is about to come. Come back to center, hug both knees in for a moment to neutralize your spine. And then take the left knee and rolling over towards the right. Right leg stretches out, left arm stretches out. Once again, taking a few breaths here, maybe all the way up to a minute. Coming back to center, hug the knees in, and stretch your legs out. Take rest. Shavasana. Namaste.